All right. Am I live? Is this the miracle of the technology? Am I live? Yes, I am finally live. Oh, freaking hell. I had debug session here for the stream. Oh my god, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. I hate those live streaming software. I really hate them. Why can't it just be so obvious how to do this? Why can't I just click one freaking button and then it's gonna work in the OBS Studio? And it works this way if you use anything else. If you don't use OBS Studio, it works in this way. If you use, like, if you pay for the software, okay, they made it easy. But why can't it be in the OBS Studio? Because OBS is the best. They're literally the best. They have a really good quality. They are so good. And yeah, that's my rant. That's my rant. Because I just spent probably 30 minutes trying to set up this stream, and finally we are live. I am happy about this. So if you're watching this, let me know on YouTube. Let me know, write something in the chat so I know that you can actually hear me and you can see me. And you can hear me well and you can see me well. I have here 100 different devices connected to my to my MacBook. So let's see. I hope it's gonna work. Okay, so basically, what's the topic of this whole stream? Why am I doing this? I want to just go over the whole building AI agents in 2026. And the reason why I want to go over, I want to kind of express my ideas, where it all going, and what is going on in general, where we're gonna end up in 2026, where are we gonna end up maybe by the end of 2026, start 2027. And I want to kind of just discuss where all the AI engineering is going and AI things, where do they go? Because I see some really wild stuff on the internet. Let me tell you, I'll show you. I'll show you this wild stuff because I think that half of the people, no, more than half, so many people who are posting different AI things and AI engineering stuff on the internet, especially on X, they have no clue about AI, about agents. They misunderstand it by so much, okay? And even I see it in really big creators. They misunderstand those type of things. Like, it's insane. It's insane. So I want to debunk a couple of different misconceptions that I see on the internet. I want to share those misconceptions with you guys. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. This is what this live stream is all about. And for once, to be honest, I didn't really start a stream on LinkedIn, which is my main audience. So I am kind of getting a little bit more into YouTube instead of LinkedIn. I spent the last probably 2 years on LinkedIn, and now I'm doing a little bit more YouTube. And yeah, I'm very happy about this. So this is YouTube and Twitch only stream. Yeah. So if you guys watching this, then let me know. I'll be happy if you write something in the chat so I can see that you're actually there. You can hear me, you can see me well, and we can also get started already. So if you're wondering, I have here another screen, so I'm gonna be looking a lot on that screen. So, okay, let's start with this one. Let's start, where's this guy? Where is this guy? Okay, so here's this guy. Okay, so basically this is just a very nice story. I really like the story, and the guy the guy says that, okay, at 3:47 a.m. his OpenClaw agent wakes him up and then says, hey, I need to have approval for 12k. Can we actually trade? Types yes. Then his wife is asking, did you cheat on me? And he types yes again, and then they divorce. Well, that's a nice tale, right? But I feel that this is something that a lot of people need to read, because so many people take this whole OpenClaw and all the other agents and all this type of things way too seriously. Okay, they think that they install this OpenClaw and now they're gonna be just having those agents running around and they're gonna be doing a bunch of things. I might be the only one Okay, it may be a skill issue, guys. Okay, it may be a skill issue, but let me put here OpenClaw. I've been using OpenClaw for the last, well, at least since it came out. I don't remember how, like, it came out like 2-3 months ago or something like this, and I've been using it so much. So this is me, right? This is me. And I've been chatting with this OpenClaw via Telegram. For a very long time, okay? And I've been trying to basically make it work for something useful in my business. And I've been trying to do it for a very long time, for all these 2-3 months since it was out. And let me tell you, I don't think it works. I don't believe what the hell is that. So I really don't believe that it works. I really believe that this OpenClaw thing is kind of annoying, and it works for very, very simple stuff, okay? People who say that you can just take your OpenClaw and you can just immediately run and build a software while you're just chilling on the beach, this is just BS, okay? And I don't deny that this whole OpenClaw is insanely cool, okay? So OpenClaw is really cool. It's the future. It's a very nice thing. But it is nowhere near of being able to autonomously somehow deliver the full software for you, okay? Not at all. Like, you cannot do it with the OpenClaw. And especially what you cannot do is any kind of like trading or anything like this. Like, this is just insane what people have been posting around, okay? This is just not something you can use at this point. And this is, why is it relevant, okay? Why is it relevant for people who are building AI agents? Because I think that we are kind of circling around some really cool idea around AI agents. I believe that maybe in 2026, maybe a little bit later, but there is something happening around these AI agents in the box that kind of run somewhere autonomously in a loop. Okay, there is something there. Okay, I don't need this one. Wrap and reflect. There's some kind of idea there that should be working very well, but so far none of those AI agents that I tried worked very well in this way, right? None of those OpenClaw style or like Claw agents, or how do we want to call them, none of them so far worked really well, okay? So nothing that I would, for example, install in my own business, or nothing that would beat Claude Code or Codex just on my laptop, okay? But I think that there is some kind of idea where we can use a couple of things, okay? So what's really cool about those OpenClaw things, right? What people love about this? People love, first, that it's easy, okay? It's very easy. In fact, it's so easy that it sacrifices so much of the security, but it's easy. Okay, it's relatively easy to set up, especially if you're a little bit technical. You just buy a VPS, you make it secure, and that's it. Okay, so it's not very complicated, but that's why people love it. Okay, it's easy. Second, why people love this whole OpenClaw thing is because it's 24/7. Right? This is important. It's 24/7. So people really love those things that can do something overnight, all right? So if you have something easy, okay, if you have something that can just be doing stuff overnight and it's working all the time. So people have this idea in mind where, okay, if it's running 24/7, okay, then it's gonna start building 24/7. Okay, then I'm just gonna run it. I'm gonna say, hey, this is you're done when we have $1 million in when we have $1 million, right, in an account. That's what people kind of think how it should work, right? And then you just go to sleep, and those agents, they're running for you, and they're basically doing all this type of things. They're just basically doing whatever you can imagine, right? And this is how people want to have those things. Now, there are a bunch of problems with all these OpenClaw things, which I'm going to speak about a bit later, right? Now, what's next interesting thing is that it's proactive. Okay, so it can be proactive. It can be also not very proactive because, for example, I think that OpenClaw is not that proactive. I wish it was more proactive, and it's proactive in its own way, but I don't like in the way it's proactive. So yeah, so basically you have this agent that lives there, and this is very appealing, right, as an idea. Now, when you start doing those things in reality, you have a bunch of problems. But the main problem with OpenClaw is this. Let me tell you, is this. I'm even gonna write it down with just normal, right? So, tools are not the same as what you have, okay? And this is very important to understand. Let's see. Not the same as what you have. Now, that basically means that if you want your agent to deliver the same results as you can deliver, okay, then the agent needs to have access to all the same tools as you have the access to. Because if it's not the case, it would be kind of unfair, right? It would be very unfair if you had an agent and then agent has access to like 3 tools, and then you expect this agent to be able to, I don't know, like deliver a whole company or build a company, right? That's unfair. Because you personally, right, when you sit on your laptop and you're trying to build a company, well, you have access to like 200 tools or unlimited amount of tools, right? But agents, they don't have that many tools. And that's the biggest problem with all these OpenClaw things. The biggest problem is that they just don't have access to all the same tools as you do. And this is a big issue, okay? Because there's just no way you can give them, okay, there's no way you can give them the same access, right? Why? Because what are the options how you install those OpenClaw agents, or how do you basically manage them, right? You have essentially 2 options. Is it on your, it's on your Mac, right? Not Mac, your laptop, okay? So it's your laptop. It's your laptop, or it's what? It's VPS, or let's call just a server, remote server, right? I personally prefer this one because it's way secure. As soon as you have it on your laptop, you have a lot of security guardrails problems, right? So you have a bunch of different things, and it gets a little bit problematic, okay? Now, if you have it on VPS, then just setting it up and giving it access to all the possible tools, this is already an issue, okay? So this is already kind of hard. So you have this kind of problem where, okay, if I give all the agency to my OpenClaw thing or to whatever agent I have, then it's gonna have too much agency, okay? And then if I try to put it on the server, well, then it doesn't have all the tools that it needs. And this is kind of the ultimate problem, right? Another problem, if you put it on your laptop, then it cannot run 24/7, right? This is what people love about OpenClaw, that it runs 24/7, right? Runs, and you never stop, okay? So that's the problem. And the another problem is that, like, if you run it on your laptop, then there's literally no benefit in comparison to Claude Code or Codex or any other things, okay? So yeah, so I really don't see how those OpenClaw things can be applied. Like, it is a nice idea, but I really don't think that this is the idea. I really don't think that this is infrastructure for the agents. And sure enough, there's something behind it, okay? I cannot deny that there's something behind it. Maybe it's just not, maybe we just need better models. I don't know. But for me personally, I see all these problems. And if you try to basically write software with OpenClaw or anything like any type of agents like this, you will very, very fast see that you cannot actually write the software with them, okay? They're not made for writing software, those OpenClaw things, okay? OpenClaw. They're fine for like whatever, I don't know, like a digital assistant to do something or whatever. hey, is this gonna be saved? I'm about to head out, but would like to able to revisit later. Yeah, this is this live stream is gonna be just as a video, so it's gonna be saved on YouTube. So yeah, you just find it on my channel as always. Good luck whenever you're going. I know, go get this burger, or I don't know where you're going. But nevertheless, going back, OpenClaw, right? Great idea, not the infrastructure that we need. And I feel like the hype behind it is already kind of a little bit down. So yeah, that's kind of deserved, because like those things, they I don't know. It isn't it, okay? It is not the thing that's gonna explode, in my opinion. I mean, it's already exploded. I think as of this moment, it's one of the biggest open source projects ever in the whole history. In the whole history of software engineering, this is already one of the biggest projects on the level of Linux. Okay, this is insane. Like, this is insane. So it already exploded. Okay, but I still don't see how it could be used like anywhere, and like it's not the type of thing that you would install. And another problem with OpenClaw is like when you install it, you get like 400 or I don't know how many tools or things you get immediately in there. It's just a huge slop of AI code that is in there. And when you install it, it's not minimalistic, okay? There's just so much going on. It's so bloated. It has all the Spotify access and all this type of things. Who needs this, okay? This is not something that's, in my opinion, just gonna stay long term. I just don't see it. There's not that many benefits. You're better when you're working, when you're delivering software, you're better delivering software with the code that you can actually see, and you just use your local agents to deliver software. That's the way it should be working, okay? And if you want to deliver software while you're on the beach or while you're in the gym lifting weights, well, I'm not sure, do you really want to deliver software in this way? Or is it better when you sit down at home and you actually write some prompts, you see your agents, you control what do they do, what do they spit out, and you have some kind of quality control. Yeah? So OpenClaw, I really don't see how it's gonna work. And definitely it's not gonna work for any production systems, okay? So if you're delivering software for any kind of enterprise customers, or if you're deploying into production, okay, if you're any kind of developer, then you're probably not going to be using OpenClaw anyway. But nevertheless, this whole OpenClaw, I think it shows us where AI is heading, right? Because it had such a crazy viral moment. Why? Because people want to have this. This is the future. This is so convenient. This is what we want to actually see, that we want to use this. Okay, so we want to have some kind of assistance in our pockets. And I can tell you this, I've been using OpenClaw for a very long time, and I'm using now this in a couple of different ways. So first, I'm using it as basically a digest thing. Okay, it just runs and it just sends me on Telegram. Very nice, very easy to set up, nothing crazy, okay? And it's working pretty cool. I love it. I love how it works, okay? So this is the way I've been using it. I've been using it for research. I've been using it for note taking, because you can just send it a voice message and gonna save it in your notes. Pretty nice. And I use it just this. That's all. That's the way I use it. And I think this is the way it should be used. But the question is, do you need OpenClaw with all the 400 dependencies to run this type of thing? I don't think so. Okay, I install it and it's convenient, but I don't think it's gonna stay for a very long time. I am already experimenting with the Hermes. Hermes? I'm not sure. With a Hermes agent, and it's really good. It's better than OpenClaw. Okay, I might make a video about this. I'm not so sure if I should, because I don't want to get into like too much hang up into all this hype around OpenClaw and Hermes. So I'm not sure if I should be doing a video about that. But Hermes is freaking awesome. It is so much better than OpenClaw. Really, so much better. Like, I think at some point people just gonna switch in there. And you know what? The cost of switching is like 0, okay? So it's gonna be very easy. Nevertheless, why I'm speaking about those things? Because I want to kind of like show you where this whole AI engineering and AI agents are going? I think they're going into more of a like self-reliable, self-repair, basically like some kind of loop that's running all the time. And I think this is where it's all heading. Okay, so this is, I think, where we are kind of going, and I think we are circling around the right idea, but I don't think that we have at the moment the right idea how it all should work. Yeah. Need a bit of water. Okay, so now it's not only me. Okay, there are a bunch of people who are saying the same. My OpenClaw is fucking lost in the weeds every day today, and it's driving me nuts, right? I asked it to use GitHub. It has GitHub skill. We have a GitHub sub. Okay, it's thinking. Okay, it says, "Oops, my bad." Yeah, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay, so whenever you actually try to use those type of things like OpenClaw, I think you spend more time actually configuring and fighting when nothing works, rather than actually doing anything productive. So yeah, that's OpenClaw. Okay. All right. So next thing that I wanted to, yeah, is Hermes really better than OpenClaw? Yes. Okay. So this is what people have been speaking about on Twitter. So yeah. So yes, Hermes is so much better than OpenClaw. I'm almost completely out of OpenClaw and I am into Hermes now. Again, I'm not so sure. Maybe they're gonna be a new one, a new agent. Who knows? I don't know. But I am on this train now. This one we already covered. Okay, so this is I think this is the first thing where this whole AI engineering is going. So if you wanna develop some kind of software, or you wanna develop some kind of project, then I think you should be experimenting with those things like OpenClaw and Hermes, right? And they're relatively simple in their structure, right? There might be a lot of code around, but essentially, what is OpenClaw, right? It is essentially just a cron job. Okay, it's just a cron job. So this is just a cron job that reawakens your LLM, and it reawakens every the heartbeat I think is like 5 minutes. Right? 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes OpenClaw wakes up and starts doing something, right? So I think if you want to have like a nice weekend project, you can develop something like this with a cron job. I think it's pretty interesting idea. So definitely this whole AI thing is moving towards those cron jobs and something that has some kind of chaining of the outputs, right? That's another thing that people have been talking around. And it's a pretty interesting direction, because it kind of shows you that AI agents and humans are actually so different, okay? Because like you don't need a wake up call for a human to I don't know, hit you employed a human, you employed a developer, and then you go in every 5 minutes smash him on the head, hey, like wake up and do something. No, you don't need to do that, right, with the humans. But with the AI agents, you actually do need to do those things, right? So this is what I'm calling basically AI engineering, right? You need to think about those things because LLMs, they're not humans, and agents are also not humans. And this is another thing that really bothers me. I have already a video that's gonna cover this, okay? And I have I found this guy. It looks like he's super known. Like he has almost 500,000 subscribers. Like I didn't know him before this whole AI thing. Where is it? Nope. Not the whole one. I go here. Alex Finn. Okay. I don't know. You tell me. Hello, brother. Called. Hi. I remember you, Called, from many years ago on Twitch. Welcome. So yeah, this guy. He's apparently like a super big creator because like the numbers are crazy that he has, okay? The numbers are crazy. So what he says is just insane. Because it's wrong. It's wrong. I mean, it's not wrong because it probably works for him, right? So whatever works for you, nice. But he thinks about those agents in a very weird way, which they are absolutely not. Like this one, okay? So have a look at this one. Have a look at this. So basically, he has agents running around and doing meetings and brainstorming something. Okay? So here's what he says. Here's what he says. Watching my 10 OpenClaw agents brainstorming and building new feature for my SaaS. Okay. I click approve and it goes to production. Their work has upped the MRR of creator body by 25%. Really? Really? Is that them doing, or you just got a bump of 25% because you went viral, right? Because if I discovered you and I was not so much into this AI whole game, then probably you went even more viral than you were before, okay? Codex building my next empire. 100 trillion company coming. How about this? How about this delusion? 100 trillion company is coming, built by 10 OpenClaw instances. Timki, hi. I'm good. I'm good. Just discussing absolutely delusion of some vibe coders. And okay, I don't have anything against Alex Finn. Okay, Alex, you're awesome. If you're watching this, if you will ever see this, I don't have anything against this guy. Okay, but this is just wrong way of thinking about agents. Okay, look, watching my 10 OpenClaw agents brainstorming. What are they brainstorming, buddy? Like what are they brainstorming? Brainstorming AI agents. This is what they feed each other prompts in a loop. How does it even look like? How does a brainstorming look like? You have agent 1, you have agent 2, agent 3, and agent 4. Now tell me, how do they brainstorm anything? How does it look like? What? They feed each other prompts? Hey, here's my idea. And then what? And then it says, hey, no, bad idea. Why? What is this? This is, look, they're not, where is it? Here. They're not humans. They cannot brainstorm. What? You put them in a meeting or anything like this, or you put them into this 2D form and that's gonna somehow improve how they work? No, it's not gonna. They cannot brainstorm anything. They just can't. Those are not humans. They are just AI agents. If you think that they are brainstorming, they're just taking one AI slope out of one agent and putting it into another AI slope of another agent. That's literally what they're doing. Like, they're not brainstorming anything. Okay, why is it 10? Why is it 10? Is 10 better than 2? Then why don't we make it 20? Why don't we make it, if 20 is better, why don't we make it 100,000? Since we're building here 100 billion company, why don't we make 1 million agent brainstorming ideas? We're gonna come up with such a genius ideas, aren't we? We're gonna come up with Einstein number 2, right? No. Because you cannot brainstorm ideas between different agents. Like, it doesn't work this way. It's just not what they can do. Like, what's the difference between one AI agent and multiple AI agents? Like, okay, so what is an AI agent? Yeah? What is it in, like, very simple terms? Where is it? AI agent, in very simple terms, it's a context window. It's a context window. Okay, that's literally it. It's a context window. If you spawn a sub agent, or if you create another sub agent, right? You're just creating another context window. There's no magic behind it. Okay, in this context window, you can have a separate tools and prompts. Okay, so you have separate tools, you have separate prompts, okay? And you have a separate context window. You have an agent. Congrats. This is an agent. Is there any improvement if you try to make this agent message another agent? I am not so sure about that, okay? I am not so sure. What's the benefit of messaging another agent and making them somehow communicate between each other? Like, I don't know. Like, this is... Don't try to basically think about agents as humans. Like, this is just not the way it works, okay? Just not the way it freaking works. Where is it? Here. F the permanent underclass. I have no idea what the hell this permanent underclass thing is, but like, what the hell? Yeah, guys, I am absolutely not into Twitter. So, so if you're like into Twitter, then XX, whatever that is. Okay, another thing. Just read this. People are building 100 million company using 0 humans. Not even a single human. We are fully replaced. Here's how. Let's hear how to build a 100 million company using absolutely 0 humans, okay? They will use Paperclip. I'll show you what the hell is Paperclip. Allows to create org charts by spawning sub-agents, okay. Works with Claude Code, Codex, or even Cursor, okay. The future is fully agenting companies. Most people will bookmark and leave. Don't be them. Well, we're not gonna be those people. We're not gonna be just bookmark and leave. We're gonna check out what the hell is Paperclip. Okay? I already checked it out. In fact, I already have it running. So it's this thing here. Alright? So, now this is another thing how people misunderstand what the hell are agents. Okay? They try to put them into the org chart, right? Oh, I have an engineer agent. Oh, I have a CTO. I have a CEO agent. This is not how it works. Again, agents are not. You should not think about them as humans. Okay, this is just very weird. Okay, so company name. What should be the company name? Igor Corporation. What's the goal? Make 100 trillion company. Okay, this is like why we're not gonna go low. Okay, we're gonna go for 1 trillion. 1 trillion. This is the least 1 trillion. Okay, now the pretty cool thing about this whole Paperclip thing is that they have PI agents, which I am a big fan of. I think I'm gonna make a video about PI agents. They're pretty cool. Okay, I'm also not a big fan of open code. I think it's kind of weird. I'm gonna be using Codex because Claude Code, I don't know, I don't want to get banned. Now it says create your first agent, CEO. This is wrong. There's no CEO, okay? Because how can you even define a CEO? Okay, agents, they're not supposed to have roles. Agents are meant for the workflows, okay? For the workflows, not for the roles, for the workflows. By the way, if you guys wanna understand all of this, okay? If you don't want to be like so delusional like those people who have absolutely no idea about coding, who have absolutely no idea about any of the tech stuff, then I have a course for you, okay? Free course, actually. It's here. Well, it's here. Learnagents.dev. This is the free course. If you do that, I'm gonna send it in the chat. You can literally finish it in like 60 minutes, and it's going to be already. Orifel, hi. I didn't see you before. I have like 100 different chats, and it's hard for me to follow. I didn't set up OBS properly. Here's the chat. I didn't set up OBS properly. Don't be like those guys, buy my course. Exactly, but this course is free. That's the difference, okay? This course is absolutely free, and it's just 60 minutes, okay? It doesn't, like, once you finish it, you build your first agent, okay, in 60 minutes, and then you probably understand more about agents than all these people on internet posting, okay? Because it's crazy how much misunderstanding do we have. Crazy. Like, look at this. Even people who build software, who build projects, they capitalize on this misunderstanding. Okay? They say, okay, create your first agent. It's going to be CEO. It cannot be a CEO because CEO is a role. Okay? It is not a workflow. Agents are excellent at following workflows. They're excellent at doing a number of bunch of things. Okay? For example, if you have a video to edit, right? You can say, hey, okay, my step number 1 is doing this. Step number 2, step number 3, 4, 5. Good. This is something that you can kind of try to plug into an agent. Now, if you try to say, hey, you're a video editor agent, this is not gonna work. This is not how you should think about them, okay? But let's check it out, okay? Let's see. So we have 5.3. Yeah, let's do this next. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna work. No, okay. Create your CEO heartbeat. Set up yourself as a CEO. Use the CEO persona found there. Oh, okay. Let's read it. Okay. Next. Open issue. Okay. Let's see. What's the thing that it's reading? I have no idea. I have no idea what the hell is it's reading. Agent home. Everything personal to you. Life, memory, knowledge lives there. Or agent. Memory and planning. Okay. So it's just basically a prompt. And then we have the heartbeat. So this is the new way of building agents. I think this is the way we're gonna be building agents. Like heartbeat is a really nice idea. This is the real revolution. This is the real thing that OpenClaw did very well. It's just introducing this heartbeat idea. Like this is a really great idea. Okay. Approval. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. What is it gonna do? Like what's the okay. Yeah, see, this is the problem. we have here this is CEO. But so far I actually like this thing. Yeah, founding engineer higher payload. Just I really dislike the what's the proper word for this? Anthropomorphic. I'm sorry. English is not my first language, but basically trying to put human shape into agents. They are not like this. Okay, inbox. Okay. Icon rocket. Own end-to-end product engineering, architecture, and delivery. Let's approve it. Let's approve. We just hired a new engineer. Let's see. It's fun, okay? I don't mind. It's fun. Maybe they're gonna build $1 trillion company, guys. If they're gonna start building $1 trillion company, I'm not turning off the stream. But yeah. So founding engineer, okay. MVP to first revenue, okay. Interesting. They're already doing so. This is like basically what this Alex how's it, Alex Finn? Yeah, but basically what that guy built. It's like a similar, but okay, it's pretty cool. Commented and updated. Okay, what's this? Hire yourself a founding engineer agent, then plan the roadmap. Blocked. Okay. Now, I believe while they're working, I want to tell you guys what I believe. What I believe to be probably the biggest opportunity of the lifetime for everyone right now. Okay? For everyone, no matter if you're a developer, if you're a non-developer, but mainly if you're a developer, okay? If you're a developer, the biggest opportunity is to build. I'm gonna write it. Agent infrastructure. Structure. Okay, whatever. I'm not the best at writing. But if you think what is going on right now, agents exploding like this, okay? The amount of agents that we have right now in the world is going just exponential. I can tell you, even my parents from Ukraine, they're still in Ukraine, okay? They're having like a really small shop that they're selling stuff in there. Even my parents are using AI agents right now. Isn't it mind-blowing? And we're still very early here in the beginning, okay? We are very early here in the beginning but they're gonna go even more exponentially. So I believe that the biggest opportunity for everyone in 2026, if you have at least a little bit of understanding of AI agents, is to build infrastructure for AI agents. Your parents are awesome. Thank you. I appreciate this. Yeah, they're struggling, but they're using Claude. Okay, so imagine right now there is absolutely no infrastructure for AI agents. There's nothing. There's I tell you, a few months ago I tried to set up so my agent can have a payment card. So my agent doesn't need to ask me all the time to pay for something, which I'm glad I didn't do this, okay? I had the crazy idea to give my payment card for an OpenClaw. Would be terrible idea, okay? It would be terrible idea. But nevertheless, there was nothing. I really searched so much for something that could give my agent a card to use, and there was nothing like agent card. Now there is. Now they raised I don't know how many millions finally to produce this type of thing. The point is, right now there is absolutely no infrastructure for agents. Absolutely none. Nothing. Okay? So this is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. I believe this. Creating the infrastructure for the agents on the internet, I think this is going to be huge. I really believe this. I think this is going to be insane. Okay? This is something that I want to work on in my free time. Okay? This is just, I think this is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. Like, I know that I should not be hyping you up that much, because I'm not that person who loves like those type of claims, but I really do think so. Okay, I do believe that agents gonna be here to stay. There is just no way we can get rid of them, because every person I know, when they started using agents like Claude Code, Codex, and all this type of things, they could not stop. It's like a drug. You have this easy button that you can click and it's gonna do stuff for you. There is no going back, no whatsoever. There's no way we're coming back. So the only way forward is to have more agents and more capable agents. And those agents needs to have infrastructure. That means that every software that you're building, if you're a software engineer, then every software that you're building from now on needs to be with the agents in mind. And this is what I'm also going to be doing. I'm going to be building my software and my stuff that I'm producing with the agents in mind as well. I really do believe that this is the way forward. And this is, like where someone is trying to spam on Twitch. Cheap viewers at something. Okay, it's good. Auto moderation kicked in. Good. Didn't manage to do that. That's nice. Yeah, so basically imagine there is right now there's just almost nothing that has to be built, and there's gonna be so many companies built with this. I really do believe that's the case. But there are already a couple of really cool things, which is Agent Card. I think they started. There's also Agent Mail. If you don't know Agent Mail, I'm actually using them. So this is email inbox for AI agents, because if you try to set up an AI agent and then you try to give it some kind of an email, you probably know that it didn't went well. Okay, so it's like if you try to use Google Mail or anything like this, it's not gonna end well. But with this Agent Mail, well, it works. And this is only one example. And I think, look, they raised 6 million in seed funding. Okay, I really do believe that this is right now, anything that we are building, we should be building with agents in mind. For software engineers, because I am a software engineer, right? So what does it mean for me and people like me, right? Software engineers. It means that I think around like 2010, everyone was saying, okay, if you're building a website, it has to be mobile optimized. Wait, 2007? No, like 2010 more, whatever. I was little shy at that point. Okay, so I don't know the exact time frame, but at some point, basically the building any website, it became mandatory that you build it mobile friendly, or sometimes even mobile first, right? There are a bunch of things that are just apps, or just like something that looks nice on the mobile and then it looks quite bad on the laptop. And this is now part of web development, right? You cannot build a website and it's not mobile optimized. You just can't. It's gonna be very bad. And the same goes for agent first. I believe that this is what we're gonna see in 2026. People gonna start building agent first products, and I'm definitely doing that. Okay, anything I'm building from now on is agent first. Well, not agent first, humans first. Of course, I'm building for humans, but it also needs to have those agents in mind. So yeah, that's my thinking. Now, let's see. Where's the paperclip? Okay, here it is. Let's see. It's running. Is it literally running and trying to build 100 trillion company? It's just hilarious. Okay. Okay. Now, see, this is one of those things that is completely biased, and I don't think that this is great approach. Look, this is biased. This is bad. I'll tell you why it's bad. Because let's say you want to start a company. Would your first hire would it be an engineer? If you ask me, I would tell you that engineer should be like your third hire. Okay? The first thing that you need to do is that you need to think about sales and marketing. That's literally the first thing. There's no point in building a product if you don't have sales and marketing. Okay? And this tool, it's built with this whole idea, okay? So yeah, it's and another problem with this, I just said that, hey, build me 100 trillion company, and it doesn't even push back. It doesn't even say, hey, it's kind of a strange idea, isn't it? No. Yes, sir. Let's build it. Let's spin out agents and let's start building. Okay? Weird. It's very weird. Blocked. What's blocked? I don't even know what they're doing. Wait, where's are they eating so much of my codex usage? Are they eating a lot of my tokens? No. Okay. Fine. Just 1%. I have the max subscription, so it resets anyway in 2 days. I don't care. They can eat it. Okay, I'm just gonna let them run. They can do whatever they want. But to be honest, this is better than I expected. Like I expected to be making more fun out of it, but it actually it is pretty cool thing. It's pretty interesting. Again, if they didn't make those mistakes where they think about agents like humans, I think there's something behind it, okay? Because this is something that I am building anyway on my own, right? Founding engineer. Pretty interesting concept, to be honest. Pretty interesting. 500,000 tokens. Okay, so that's the goal. And they're not even a sub goal. They're one-shotting it. They're one-shotting the 100 trillion company. Crazy. Do you guys think it's gonna be possible? Like, do you think there's gonna be a company that is built completely by agents? Like, basically like what we are doing right now. Like, we have a human, me, and then we just spin out a bunch of agents, and I'm only steering them a little bit. I'm chilling all the time. I'm going, eating burgers, lifting weights, and then I'm coming back, and those agents actually building company for me. Do you think it's possible? Why not for wipe coders? Yeah, this is why for not wipe coders, someone asking on YouTube. Well, I had this idea that I wanted to make the stream technical, but it escalated into non-technical stuff. Fair enough. I already forgot I have this in my in my channel. But if you're a vibe coder, then you're one of the bravest vibe coders, you know? If you can sit through more of a technical things, then congrats. You probably know more than 99.9% of vibe coders. I really recommend everyone who is vibe coding, which is probably not a good word for this, but who is, let's say, I like to say non-technical person, right? So if you're non-technical, then the best thing, in my opinion, and this is very biased as a software engineer, okay? I've been coding for like 10 years, okay? I've been coding for 10 years, and I've been a software engineer for what, 6 years, right? I'm very biased for it, but I believe that the more technical you are, the more capable you are to profit from this whole agent thing. Okay, so this is your technical, no, this is your capability. Okay, this is how good you are with agents, and this is your technical things. Okay, this is how good you are with the technical stuff. I believe that it is like this. Okay, the graph looks like this. So basically there's some point where you're like a mid-level developer, okay, where you can benefit basically so much from AI that you're gonna be just years ahead of everyone who has absolutely no idea. Okay, and I think that even small improvements over your coding skills and over your general technical abilities, I think they yield you exponentially better results in the whole vibe coding um, and AI thing. Okay, maybe the definition of company will change. Think more long term. That's true, actually. That's true. So the thing is that I do believe that if someone is non-technical, then the best thing they can do right now is become technical. There's still time. This whole AI and agent thing for next 5-10 years is gonna go like crazy, okay? But I do believe that like everyone who is a vibe coder, guys, you need to learn how to code. Like you need to learn, you need to become technical. And like you don't need to become a senior software engineer, right? You don't need to be like insane 20x 100x developer, but like you need to understand a little bit of coding. That's gonna help you. Even like I have no idea, like for example stuff like OpenClaw, right, what we talked before. Like how do you even set it up if you're non-technical? Like how do you set up if you have absolutely no idea? You just like mess around, you ask Claude for help, and you just follow the steps. Sure, but how do you know it works? How do you know it's secure? How do you know people not gonna mess up with all your data? You don't know, right? So yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah. So you say that the definition of a company will change. Yeah, maybe. Because I mean, yeah, if you think about this, like the definition of a company is already kind of different, right? Right now you have people, like for example, like if you look at the YouTubers, you have a bunch of YouTubers who are just incredibly wealthy, right? And the only thing they do is like basically speak to a camera all the time. I think the best example is, how's this guy? His name is Charlie, and he's doing like, I think he's like Moist Critical or something like this, some weird name, and I think he said that he earned like something like 33 million. He earned like 33 million in the last year or a couple of years. I don't remember, but like this is revenue of a like pretty large company. Okay, this company would be sold for more than 100 million, right? For more than 100 million. If you own this company that makes like 33 million in, even in revenue, but it's like mostly profit, right? Let's say revenue. Let's say revenue with the like 50% of profit. 50% of profit. If that was a company, you would sell it probably for way more than 100 million, actually. Probably for way more. Yeah? But the definition of a company, like, is he a company? Well, kind of not really, right? So he's not a company in the sense that we had before, right? Not a large corporation, but well, still kind of like a company. So yeah, I think there's definitely something behind it. Um, So are they even gonna have any subtasks? Or they gonna one-shot this thing? They're gonna one-shot. Yeah, well, I mean, YOLO, right? Why spending time on? I don't even understand what they're doing. Can we have some kind of overview? Yeah, but what? Build the first shippable version of product. But what is the freaking product? Yeah, but what's the freaking product? Why do you even need sign up? I don't even know what they're building. They're just building something. But this is fun. Like why I like this is because I think it makes it more proactive. Maybe I'm gonna make a video about Hermes agent, and it's gonna be pretty interesting because I can show you how it's a little bit more proactive than OpenClaw. But yeah, I think this is another way of making it even more proactive. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, but nevertheless, okay. So basically, what I promised is this stream is about AI agents in 2026, right? Building AI agents 2026. So what we need to build is the agent infrastructure. I really believe in this. You need to build agent infrastructure. And if anything after watching the stream, please go and think how you can build something for agents, something agent first. I think this is for 2026, you have a really good chance for building something great. Okay? Just think about what can you do what can you do for agents basically, what kind of infrastructure is missing, something where you can apply your software engineering skills to build an infrastructure piece for AI agents. And I think this is where we need to do. And the way it's gonna evolve, I think, is that we're gonna have some kind of heartbeats. Okay, we're gonna have some kind of heartbeats, or something like how's it called? This thing, paper clip, right? That's the thing. I think no, yeah. Where's it? Um, yeah, here we go. So this paperclip thing, okay? So I think this is the way this is where it kind of moves. Um wait, what's going on with them? Are they done? are they done? Because it doesn't look like they're running. My heart stopped beating. Succeeded. Succeeded in what? The first revenue. 2 million token. Oh my god, this is just the AI token slot machine. See, run heartbeat. But what are they doing? Um, can I just message this agent? Runs. I love it. It's basically just, hey, let's waste endless amount of your tokens, which I don't mind. Since I have a subscription, I need to use it. It's gonna reset anyway in 2 days. Like I need to use it for those type of things. But what is it doing? Do we already have the 100 trillion company? Did I already miss? Is there like a new player on the market right now that I'm missing, and they already built everything? Explain to me what the fuck you are building. Okay, let's create this issue. What's going on? So I think Paperclip is actually open source. I'm gonna look it up after the stream. I think what they're doing nicely is that they're chaining commands, so you can see. So it executes API heartbeat sequence, identity assignment inbox, and current task context. Yeah, this is so I feel like there's a bunch of different ideas in this AI agent engineering thing that are floating around, but I don't think that they are set in the right way. Like the heartbeat idea is really good. Another idea, I saw it, I didn't find any more docs on it, but basically this is a way to chain different commands. So let's say you have an agent. This is agent agent 1, right? So basically any agent, the way they work, because they are LLMs essentially, right? What they have is that they have an input. They have an input and they have an output. Now, one of the cool ideas that I saw is what people do is when agent actually goes and does some kind of action, the result of this action goes immediately as an input into the same agent, right? So this way you're trying to eliminate basically a human. This is this is me. You're trying to eliminate human that would be prompting this AI agent in this way, right? So that's what you're trying to do with this. And this is a nice idea. I think there's something there. I think this and heartbeat, there's something in there. I don't have enough time to like play around with those things as much as I would love to, unfortunately. But yeah, I think there's something behind it. Maybe I'll do another video that will like deep dive into those things. Then I'll have time because I have time for videos. It's my main thing that I'm focused right now. Those agent platforms are like the staking concepts in crypto back in the days. It gave you the illusion it generated money passively. Yeah, yeah. Funny thing, I had my was that Ethereum? I bought like $50 of Ethereum, and I think like a year ago I stacked it, or whatever is the name of it, and I earned a whole 5 cents in the whole year. Can you imagine that? Isn't it insane? So yeah, it's similar. You know, it's so easy to feel productive with those AI things. Oh yeah, they're like running around, they're doing something. I have 10 instances of OpenClaw doing something. Well, but do they do anything productive? Is that any more productive than just opening Claude Code or Codex and just like basically working with it? Is it even a little bit more productive? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. You ask what we are building. Short answer. We are building from MVP to first revenue, not just shipping features. Yeah, but what? What are you building? Product track. Deliver one production grade MVP workflow with persistence and release observability basics. Yeah, but what? Customer track. Run alpha onboarding plus structured feedback loops to validate workflow pain and priorities. Revenue track. Run a paid experiment with real pricing tests and conversion criteria. Yeah, but what? What are you building? This is like, this is this is just insane. What are you building? Tell me, what's the product you're freaking building? It's crazy. This is exactly what I was speaking about. This is exactly. They don't even know what they're building. They're building an MVP of what? They don't even know what they're building. They're building an MVP of what? What the hell is that? Like this is just a perfect illustration of this AI things. This is just a perfect illustration of it. Okay? They're building, but what are they building? It doesn't make any sense. Okay? It is just one AI slop agent stuffing basically another AI slop agent. Okay, that's yeah, we are working hard, Bossman. Yes, exactly. Like this is just insane. And then people see this And like I swear if I go on Twitter right now, I will see people are like freaking out. Oh my god, this is so insane. People gonna build a 100 million company with this. Wasn't it the guy that we saw there? Okay? Look at this. I tell you, this is like how to build a company run entirely by AI agent. Yeah, this is like just so delusional. Like people are so out of touch with how it works. Those agents, they don't even freaking know what they're building. Okay? And they're just wasting tokens. They wasted 2 million tokens for what? For freaking nothing. Okay? Freaking nothing. Working hard, bossman. This is really nice way to put it, okay? Yeah, so no yeah, no point in this. No point in this. But yeah, I'm not telling that those AI agents BS, okay? I'm not telling this. They are definitely useful, and Claude Code and Codex, this is the greatest thing ever built so far. Okay? But there's like people just misunderstand this. Those Twitter content creators just making their audience clickbait is its finest. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like when I look at this, I really see how much people misunderstand what's going on. Like, really misunderstand. Because AI agents, like, it's just a context window, okay? It's just a context window. And AI agent in itself, it's just a loop. It's a loop, it's a call to LM and a loop. Call LM, loop. That's all. Okay? And I'm sure someone's gonna build really nice thing there. But it is not there right now. It is not there right now. And we have a really good opportunity. Because we understand that it's not right now there, you have a good opportunity. Versus if you don't understand how, like, that those things that they are not working well, if you don't understand, then, well, what you gonna do? You cannot build a great product if you have absolutely no idea what's going on. What, did they start an engineer? They're gonna keep building? They're gonna keep building. What are they gonna be building? This is so nice. 4.4 million tokens for absolutely nothing. Where's my Codex? Let me. Okay, it's good that I have a good Codex subscription. Okay, Codex is pretty efficient in this thing, so it's only used what 2%. It's totally fine. Yeah, nevertheless, it's a big opportunity for us. Okay, even though those systems are not perfect right now, this is a big opportunity for us, and this is what I'm gonna be focusing on in this 2026 year. Okay, AI agents. I think the this is gonna be a year of AI agents for sure, and I'm very curious. We're gonna see 2027. We're gonna see how much of what I've been telling here, how much of that is actually came true and became reality. Yeah, and if you really want to understand all of this, what's going on there, then don't forget the course, because it's gonna explain to you what the hell are those agents. Okay, so it's learnagents.dev. I also have no idea why no one took this domain, to be honest. It's crazy. Learnagents.dev, really nice domain. I took it as soon as I saw it. Yeah, free course. Again, no charging. Free course, and you will understand in 60 minutes more than those people who are posting this type of shit. Yeah. All right. That's it for today. That's it. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Then see you guys somewhere. Cult, thank you so much for joining the stream. See you. Bye bye. Still streaming.